Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up, and welcome to my Arrow Season 3, Episode 4 review. Now this is just a straight up review. I'm getting bored with the top 5 moments, and I'm getting tired of making those, and that's why you haven't been seeing many videos lately. It's because I'm getting bored with making that type of video. So I'm going to move to the more conventional talk about a show or an episode for about 10 minutes review, which I like the idea of, but I like the idea of the top 5 moments. I'm just tired of editing them like that. So I don't know if I'm going to be uploading The Flash from yesterday. It was a good episode, great episode. If I am, it's going to be like a prototype of this one. What I'm doing with this is I'm just putting like pictures, new pictures every 15 seconds throughout the 10 minutes or 8 minutes or 7 minutes. And I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with The Flash. Like in my top 5 moments, I used to like to put pictures that were relevant to the moment, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Probably just a picture from wherever I click. But anyways, let's talk about this episode. So, this was a boring episode. Yeah. So, this was kind of a boring episode. It has some irrelevant Hong Kong flashbacks. Usually the flashbacks from season 1 and season 2 had relevance, and these don't. Besides like Oliver's training in Hong Kong and sort of going over some of what pretty much we already knew from season 1 about the fire guy, except for the part where that white hair girl was on the plane that Edward Fires shot down, but Oliver saved. That was a confusing sentence. But yeah, it had some irrelevant cutscenes, but it did have some actually the ending, the most disappointing thing, how Ra's al Ghul looks, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's talk about the episode, the beginning and middle. So basically, the episode is Nyssa comes to town to help look for Malcolm Merlyn, aka who she thinks is Sarah's killer. Turns out she's wrong. Turns out they're both wrong, but it has some Oliver Merlyn interaction. And basically it's just a hunt for Merlyn throughout the entire episode. And I don't know what to talk about within it because it wasn't really that interesting. The only interesting thing that really happened was the ending. I'm still gonna give this like a 7, but because it's Arrow. But the most interesting thing that happened was the ending, and even that disappointed me. We'll talk about that in a minute. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, basically the entire episode is back and forth with Nyssa and Oliver and Laurel, and some talking between Roy and Thea, and a hunt for Merlyn, like I said 10 times. But yeah, Nyssa is hell-bent on killing Merlyn for Sarah, even when it's pretty obvious, and he basically lays out that it would have been illogical for him to kill her. And it makes sense. Apparently, one of the most trained assassins in the world doesn't get that. Why kill someone that you're trying to get further away from? Why piss them off more when you're trying to stay down low? How does that make sense? And he was exactly right, and that's something that she didn't get, but Oliver got. It baffles me how boring this episode was looking back on it. I mean, yeah, it had the cool visual effects, the fight scene with Merlyn and Oliver versus Nyssa. Tag team, the most unlikely tag team in the world. But it was still cool to watch them fight together. And then one thing, as soon as I saw it, I'm talking about that. The pointless Roy backflip. Front to back to front flip. When Nyssa tries to kidnap Thea, well, not even tries, when she does, he does this pointless ass backflip off of the side of a car, and just gets hit with a sleep dart. And I'm like, what was the point? Why did you have to do that? If you didn't do that, you probably could have saw the sleep dart coming a mile away, even though she was 5 feet away. And I was sitting there laughing at that through the through the commercials, which I hate, by the way. I was sitting there laughing through the commercials, like, what the hell was the point in that front flip off of the car to show off for Thea that got your ass knocked out by a sleep dart? There was no point. Oh, Nissa just done a cool intro with flipping down. Now I have to do one. But anyways, where this is a boring episode, it's gonna be a little bit shorter of a review. But let's go ahead and get into the main talk about the interesting part. So, to the interesting part of the episode. The very end, the last 20 seconds, which, still as interesting as it was, disappointed the hell out of me. I don't know if it's gonna be that way for anyone else. I don't know if you guys can hear my teeth clacking, but they're doing that for some reason. That was random as fuck. But yeah, it shows Ra's al Ghul in full costume, but close up on his face. And it was the most disappointing thing ever. When they showed the actor who was going to be playing him, like when they announced it, I was like, okay, they can make that work. But then you see him. He has a Caesar haircut instead of the classic Ra's al Ghul haircut. I know it's a little bit silly to try to pull off in a TV show, live action at that, but they still could have done something. And he didn't have the beard, as far as I can tell. He didn't have the beard. He didn't look like he had the gray hair. And I kind of assumed he would have a British accent since Nissa did, and he does, and I'm okay with that. But come on, he doesn't look badass. Come on. Where is the guy that puts the fear in the heart of Batman? I'm pretty sure he don't put the fear in the heart of Batman, but he is a close adversary for Batman. Where is that guy? Is it just gonna be this random guy with short hair dressed up with a sword and gives up on life? So yeah, it was pretty disappointing. Wasn't that interesting. You could probably skip this episode, and the next episode will more than likely catch you up in the first 30 seconds. That's just my opinion. The only reason you would need to watch this episode is to see what Ra's al Ghul looks like before the next episode, which we will probably see more of. So yeah, and even then you can just skip to the end of the episode and look at it. But one more thing I want to talk about. The Laurel, you get to see the Laurel training, and that was pretty cool. And you get to see Nissa, you get to see Nissa giving her some pointers. But seeing Laurel hit that punching bag, I'm just thinking, canary, you know, sitting there with my nerd tinfoil hat on. Yeah. But yeah, that's the episode. There is the episode review for you guys. 7, maybe a 7.5. No, 7. But yeah, this is how I will be doing my next, well, the rest of my reviews, more than likely. If I decide to put up the Flash, like I said, it's going to be like a prototype hybrid of this, or of the top 5 moments, but with the pictures like I'm doing in here, where it has no relevance to what I'm talking about, probably, unless it's the Ra's al Ghul thing. But yeah, a 7. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the episode down in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.